guys. Lars from TC here. I'm here today with Kasper Falkenberg. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
He's a very good friend of the house, and he's been playing for us for a while. You've been showing some product demo, some of these product videos. You've been featured a lot, but we haven't heard you speak a lot.
No, but I actually do speak.
He does speak. Ladies and gentlemen, this human being does speak.
Yeah.
So
normally you only see my feet, right?
Yeah, your feet, or listen to your brilliant playing.
All right.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Kasper Falkenberg is a session player, but you're also, you play with different artists here in Denmark.
That is true.
But you also do other stuff. You're a producer, songwriter.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot of studio work, a lot of like nerding around with effects.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know about gear, but you don't know a lot about tape delays. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is actually correct. Obviously, I know that they exist and how they actually work, but few of us actually have the money to buy these things.
Yeah.
And like most people know, they're very unstable.
Yeah.
And noisy and dark sounding, but totally brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. I should say, I said tape delay. That's wrong. It's tape echo.
That is.
When they were using tape, they called them echo machines, and it wasn't until they were making other units that they started calling them delays.
That is true.
That's a different story for a different day. But since we had you here, and since we had the opportunity to borrow a Space Echo, Roland RE-201, this is the Echoplex. This EP-3 is owned by TC Electronic. And of course, we also have this pedal that has our own Flashback 2.
You own that too?
Well, this one I think we borrowed from a stranger down the road. No, this is ours as well. Yeah, so we thought we could listen to them and compare them now that we actually have them in-house. And we have tone prints, of course, that mimic tape delays, tape echo machines. So we thought it'd be fun to sort of compare them and see what you think and how they actually sound. And of course, when we do this, these machines won't sound like every other machine in the world, because there are a lot of variations on the mechanics and on the read and write heads, on the tape, everything. So there are a lot of variations, but let's dig into the sounds, right?
That's cool. I can't wait.
What do you want to start with?
I don't know.
Space Echo?
Yeah, let's start with the Space Echo. This is our clean sound.
Yeah. Space Echo is number 3, right?
Yeah, it is. So. Ooh, that's dark.
Dark.
Yeah. All right. So.
This has this. If you listen to the repeats, this has this sort of typical tape echo where it sort of cuts away the low frequencies and the high frequencies, and you're left with sort of a middle.
Yeah,
like a
true.
middle.
And it has a lot like a flutter.
Yeah.
A lot of flutter. I think this tape might be pretty old.
Probably.
And this is also what I like about a tape delay. But it's pretty nice, but I mean, it's really dark. I want to go like on a different pickup.
Yeah.
But it's really, I mean, when you go like on like big chords and stuff, it becomes so dreamy and nice.
Yeah, we should say the input gain is a little bit high, so we may be clipping a little bit, but this is just the sound that we liked when we just set them up.
So, but let's go a bit up on the intensity, which is basically the feedback, right? Yeah. We have a repeat rate as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This one, the rate affects the speed of the tape. So that's one of the difference between the two machines. The RE-201, the Space Echo changes the speed of the tape.
Okay,
when you
so
change
it actually has
time.
like a motor that kind of makes it go faster?
Because it has...
Yeah. Wow, this is nice. I want... This is cool. So if I kind of go higher on the intensity, then it starts self-oscillating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So if I go up here, this is more like a typical slapback.
Yeah, we can even go faster because it has the 3 different reed heads.
Okay.
So and they're positioned. I think right now we're at the head that's in the middle position. So you can go longer delays or you can go shorter delays.
Oh, so these presets kind of are actually playheads.
Yeah, you choose the
record heads. I don't know.
You have one erase head that erases the tape when it comes in. Then you have a record head and like a playback or read head.
Okay.
And they have 3 of those. And the further away the sort of read head, the playback head sits from the record head, you get a longer delay.
Okay, so if I go down here,
it's shorter.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is very short.
Yeah.
Really nice. So I can change every head actually.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. This is so
Welcome
nice.
to the 50s.
Yeah. Very 50s or 60s.
And this is pretty much what started the whole tape echo, to my knowledge. Yeah. To my knowledge, it started with a machine in the studio where they had, they had 2 tapes on reels, or going from one reel to the other reel. They had the tape, and they had the race head, they had the recording head, and then they had the playback head, and they were fixed in time.
Okay.
So that's what you had, and they used it for slapback and a lot of that.
Yeah, so that's why like Elvis and stuff like that always have that same slapback.
Yeah,
because that was what they were able to actually create.
Yeah. And so with the Echoplex that we'll get into in a while, they changed that by moving, the playback head, the reed head. You could change the position of that manually.
Yeah.
Right. So that changed the delay time. And with the Space Echo, they did it by, they had several playback heads, and they could change the speed of the tape
as well.
As well. So that gave you a lot more flexibility.
Yeah, that's nice. It sounds really cool, even though I have to admit, it's very, very dark.
Dark.
It really eats like from 3K or something like that. It's just like.
And we were fortunate enough to borrow this, so thank you, Mike. Mike that works here, our tester, and he makes a lot of awesome tone prints. Genius. Yeah, he let us borrow this, and so I can't say for sure about the age of the tape or the cleaning of the heads and all this stuff.
Cool.
So he takes care of his stuff, but maybe it hasn't been used for a while. I don't know. So, but it's very dark right now.
But you really want, you want to like. It makes you want to play like old stuff.
Yeah, right now
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
And then we can go to another head. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I like how instantly you started playing something else.
Yeah.
Right? And that's also the thinking behind buying new stuff or trying new stuff or trying a different tone print or trying a different pedal is that when you hear something else, you start playing different.
Yeah.
Like,
it kind of inspires you to do stuff. And I mean, this is really, I really like this machine.
And these dark repeats they're dark, but you know, they retain mostly the middle center frequencies.
Yeah.
They get out of the way of what you're playing. Really.
Yeah, that is true. Even though it also eats kind of the brightness of my actual tone, not only the delay.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the clean sound? Right! Nice!
Wow.
And try again.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
This is the... Yeah, that's the speed.
Yeah.
So this is the Space Echo.
Yeah.
RE-201, Roland.
Yeah.
This is...
Pretty legendary machine, you have to say.
This is the Echoplex. Where did that go, on the 2?
Yeah.
All right, let's just try manipulating it.
Wow.
there's a... Yeah.
Whee! That's nice.
We can have fun for days.
Yeah.
But that's really, really
I mean,
great.
it's really inspiring. This is so fun, I think.
Yeah, we'll show you a close-up of that if we don't have it right now. But moving that playback head or that that's really nice.
But this instantly has that slapback as well.
Yeah, it must be the recording head we're moving. Right?
What?
It must be the tape head. It must be the recording head we're moving.
Yeah. This is actually pretty bright.
Yes.
Sounding really nice, I think.
Yeah.
This is really nice. Yeah, it's fun.
All right.
So these two machines are very different.
They're very different. Yeah. They're both tape echoes. They're very different. They're both a solid state. The EP-3 had a predecessor, the EP-2, that was tube.
Oh yeah.
So they probably had a different sound. I've never heard that.
No.
I've never been fortunate enough. So if you want to let us borrow one, just let us know. But yeah, so let's go to the default tape setting on the Flashback 2.
That's number 1.
We have a spark booster in the front because the Flashback 2 has true bypass, and also the dry signal is always unaltered. So if we turn off the effect, on the effect, the dry sound is unaltered.
So if I turn this all the way down, it should be the same.
It's not completely the same because, of course, right now it's in true bypass and not buffered bypass.
Oh.
So when you turn it on, there is a buffer, but we're not calling the sound. But so you may hear some more high frequency, but that's due to the switcher and cable runs and stuff.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's turn it on again.
But this is obviously, I know this preset because I use it a lot in my studio.
So what we did was, because these are a little bit dark in the dry sound, we used the spark booster to cut away some treble and boost the bass a little bit.
So it becomes a bit more dark, obviously, but also gets that tiny saturation.
Yeah.
Wow, this is nice. That was cool.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty surprised how much this the mash function actually sounds like the Echoplex, because even though it's much more difficult to foresee what is happening over here, I mean, when you go from the very fast delays to the very slow delays, it still has that woo. That's pretty similar.
We've been trying to emulate that. Of course, the mesh switch controls 3 parameters at once. So we're trying to get it, while here we were sometimes helping each other because there's so many things to twist and turn. So here we have, with one push of a button, we have 3 parameters that we change inside it. So,
and here we have to use 3 hands, basically.
Yeah.
Or foot.
Yeah. What I did was I also changed the effects level. So if it was because the feedback goes up, it can get a little loud. Maybe so I turned that down to avoid too much clipping. Or I don't know if I succeeded, but that's what I tried.
But when I use the mash, I use it quite a lot for sweeps, and I actually think that it's nice that you can actually, with your feet, you can actually control the volume as well, because you just back off a little, and then it lowers the volume automatically.
Yeah.
So that's just pretty nice.
Yeah.
And but when I did it with the Echoplex, when I turned up the repeat, the feedback, or the sustain as they call it, I turned down the volume as well because it became too violent.
Yeah. Really, what's going on with these tape echoes? You only have one echo because you record your sound onto the tape, and then you play it back. And then if you don't do anything else, you just have that one repeat, one echo. But then the feedback chain that they made in these products will then take what you are playing back and feed it back to your recording head.
To re-record it, kind of.
And then it's blended with your direct signal from your guitar. So that feedback, that's what you're controlling with the sustain on the Echoplex, and with the intensity on the Space Echo, right? So you're controlling how much you're feeding back to the record head.
That's nice. I think it would be kind of fun to try the 3 of them together.
Yeah, let's just go quickly from one to the other, maybe. Quickly, while you're
good
playing.
idea. I just do something. I don't know what.
This is here.
I do something without rhythm, I think, because they're different. All
the settings are different.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's start again.
Oh, I'll do that again. Sometimes it fucks up with the, with the tape. Yeah. Maybe the repeat should go a little higher on that one. No, sorry, that was the one. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
So the flutter and the what we call flutter and wow is much more significant than this one, right?
It is. All right. So the Flashback 2 came with a new algorithm for analog delays, for tape and bucket brigade delays, those kinds of sounds. So of course we have a setting here, a tape setting that has been made, a tone print that has been made. Yeah. Oh, louder. Yeah. This is a tone that we selected to create, and when you compare this to maybe like the Echoplex, you think, well, why are the repeats so dark? Because that Echoplex at least has a lot more high frequency in the repeats and stuff. So the thinking was, when we created this tone print, we wanted it to be like a typical how you think of tape delays today or tape echo machines, even maybe if you've never owned one. But typically, if you get a hold of a unit, it may not be pristine, the tape may not be new, maybe it hasn't been maintained that well. A lot of variations. So typically, the thing we talked about before is when we think about tape echoes, it's probably an old tape, it's probably an older machine, and maybe, so this is the typical sound of a worn tape, or maybe it's not the correct tape echo sound when you compare it to a specific unit. But when we compare it to the Space Echo is darker than this tone print, and right now the Echoplex is brighter.
Yeah.
So this was sort of what we chose, and the wow and the flutter also reflects that what we're emulating here is like a used or an old tape.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this tape might be a bit new.
Maybe a lot newer. Yeah.
So but still, also what I feel when I hear this, that's actually that specific tape preset is my favorite on the Flashback. Is that when you plug into this unit, your tone is darker.
Yeah.
But the actual delay is lighter or brighter.
Yeah.
And but you still have that feeling that it's dark.
Yes.
Because of the actual tone from your guitar is dark.
Yeah.
So I think when you have such a digital emulation of that, I think it kind of reflects that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's still. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we compare it to these other machines, I think this is a lot darker in its repeat than this one, and this is maybe a little bit brighter. So it just shows me that, at least, that tape echo is so much different.
Yeah.
There's so many different things that you can't really decide whether it's dark or light, or it's just the feeling of what it's like.
Yeah, and if we compare two different units of the Space Echo or two different units of the Echoplex, they would also most likely be different from each other due to how many hours of tape wear, or the analog circuitry as well, aging of components and capacitors and everything. There are a lot of variations. So when we make a tone print, we sort of just select one setting. And the same thing if people are making a booster pedal that has to sound like the preamp from like an Echoplex or something like that. They select one sound that they think sort of reflects the general sound of that kind of unit. So of course we can make a tone print, or you can make a tone print yourself, where you make a brighter sounding tape delay with less wow, with less flutter. There are a lot of options.
Yeah.
But this one is pretty fun to play with.
Yeah.
And has that.
I think this is very nice.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to playing your instrument, you really just want. You don't really care whether it's an Echoplex or a Space Echo. You just, at least that's how I think, is that you want a sound that you like.
Yeah, that inspires you.
That inspires you. And I think this specific sound, which is rolled off in the treble, is just it just gives me space to play.
Yeah.
And even though the level is set pretty high right now. I can still hear my sound. Yeah. So nice. All right.
Yeah.
How does it sound with every one of them?
This is
on?
only one. Just
okay.
One and one.
Oh!
No.
It lowers the volume totally. So
there's something going on.
Yeah. Would you do like this? What if we?
Well, we could continue for hours on end, but this was just a quick comparison of how different tape echoes can be and how the Flashback sounded with the spark boost in the front of it. And Kasper, I want to thank you very much for taking your time and coming here.
I think it was
It's
so
been
much
awesome.
fun.
I hope we can do this again.
We have to.
Right.
We have to.
I've been Lars, and you've been
Kasper?
Kasper Falkenberg,
That is true.
the one and only. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.